What's up, guys? I'm just trying to make sure all my stuff is good to go. Kind of squeaky. Let's trying to keep an eye on this here. All right, we should be good to go. Just want to make sure volume is working correctly. Trying to get my thing centered here. Sorry if I keep moving around here. I'm trying to make sure everything is right with this. We've been changing a lot of stuff, so just make sure everything's trying to make sure everything's correctly here. I guess volume was turned way down. I think we're good to go. Thank you guys for joining us today. So today is NVIDIA earnings, so don't really know what to expect out of the market today. We'll just kind of have to just wait and see what happens. I would prefer probably a move to the downside. I still feel like there's a lot for us to get through the upside. I would think they'd want to keep it down today, maybe this evening we'll get those NVIDIA numbers to run up and take all that liquidity that we built up on this hourly trend line. What's funny is we drew out this big wedge last night, and we just kind of broke out of it. So if we can stay below 200, so we're definitely going to be looking for shorts. If you're looking at the hourly candle, we didn't break the previous low of that hourly candle. That was a trade that we took last night here, 43 from that previous hourly low. And we took that long back up. That's how we took that long. The next low is all the way back down to 29,070. So, and those are some weak support. So that's kind of the area that I'm looking for this morning. So that's kind of what we're looking for today. Not today, but this morning. Just want to make sure all my screens are right. We changed a little bit on the different screens. So we got different screens that we're changing views as far as if we're in trades or not. We'll switch over to the more bigger charts. This way you can kind of see everything. So, yeah. So we'll stay on this one for a few more minutes. Let's see, what are we, like I said, I am looking for a move to the downside today. I'm not a big fan of the longs today. I feel like the longs would be more of that like back and forth price action, where if we got the move to the downside, I feel like it would just go straight down. And plus now this could be a fake breakout of that 1 hour wedge that we pointed out last night before we went to bed. So this is your hourly. Sorry, it looks kind of messy here. So this is your hourly. You can see we're just building this massive wedge. We're just building up a lot of liquidity. I don't know if this is just because NVIDIA numbers. I mean, it's been doing this for a whole week. So we ran that 4 hour high, so maybe first target down is probably going to be 118, and we'll have to go from there, from that overnight low. So we'll see what happens here. Thank everyone for joining us this morning. Hopefully everybody has a safe trading session. Hopefully it's not choppy price action where we're just getting chopped up today. It seems like the openings for the last couple of weeks have been pretty tough. They've been pretty much hit and miss, where you're just getting big candles slingshotting back and forth. And I think maybe one day a week you're getting those tight price action where it just opens up and literally just goes one direction, like 100, 200 points. And either you're in it or you miss it. And that's kind of what's happened to me sometimes, is we always end up missing it because it's happening so fast. And those are usually the hardest trades to take. Either that or you'll have to have like some kind of big stop loss. All right, guys, less than 4 minutes to go, about 3.5 minutes before the market opens. I haven't really checked to see if we have news today. I guess that's something we can do this morning just so that we're ready for it. So for news, we use investing.com. Looks like most of the news was that 8:30, so that was that big candle to the downside this morning. So we use investing.com. There's a few other little sites you can use too. You can see this morning we had the 3-star news here, the core PVC price index. Then you can also go up to tools and select earnings calendar. And this way it also will tell you what earnings are today. And as you can see, NVIDIA earnings are this evening. So if you're into, you know, the full important thing, trying to get through an eval, that would be the news to do it, because usually it offers like a 200-point move. I mean, I don't really recommend it, but you know, if that's just something that you do. Oh shit, what happened? Did I close out my charts? Might have closed my chart out. This chart does not have the 9 EMA. I think that's the only difference between that chart. I can't believe I did that. Let's see. No, that's not it. Like I said, I think I closed out my chart, guys. Let's see. That's the ES chart. No. Yeah, I guess I closed it out. Good thing we had a duplicate there, just in case. What's up, man? We're pretty good this morning. Not really sure what price action is going to give us today. The fact that it's NVIDIA day, so I'm not sure if NVIDIA is going to make it kind of have a choppy day until NVIDIA numbers are released. Everybody's going to be a little skeptical about the market. A lot of times we'll look for the 50% back into Man, nice pump here, guys. Just be aware there's no wick on the bottom of this 5-minute candle, so it could come back down on us. Wow. Freaking just... This thing went straight up 100-point candle. This is insane. Remember, you don't want to chase this. If you either you got it or you didn't get it. So if you chase this, we could have like a 30-40 point wick reversal. So you have to be just kind of aware of that. I would like this to be a 3-candle setup if we can get this, which we got previous day high all the way up there at 420s. So that was the little fake out to the top side there. We reran the 4-hour highs again. These are 4-hour candles over here. Those are kind of the highs and lows of those 4-hour candles. At 80 is the key here. We got to be above 80 to consider longs. That's back to the 8 o'clock, 15 minutes. Or it could come back and put a wick on the bottom of this 5-minute candle that doesn't have a wick. Remember, I don't really like the long unless we're above 80. Just don't want to get caught chasing here. We may get our consolidation candle here, guys. Just maybe. Then that next candle will be our pop candle. Excuse me. Still got 1 minute left on this candle. Just trying to be patient and wait. All right, here comes our next candle. Good morning. I'm waiting to see if we pop the 280 first, guys. Like I said, we're not taking the long unless we pop the 80s. Still no trade, guys. Still no trade. Just sitting on our hands here. I wish we can break those 280s and make a run for those 420s up there. That previous day high. There's the 80 pop. May get stopped down on my runner here. Oh, come on. Come on. It's at 304. We got a break. The one micro is going to probably get stopped out again. Man. We're just anticipating the breakout is what it is, and just ain't getting it. We're just going in with a couple micros. I still like to move back up. I don't think this is the... All right, son of a bee. We done tried that 3 times already. All right, I'm just going to have to be patient and wait for the next candle. This next candle is too close to being printing, so we're just going to wait for this next candle. We got a order block sitting here. This is why I still think the up move is the move to the upside. So we're just kind of back to sitting on our hands, guys. Back to sitting on our hands. There's nothing worse than trying 3 trades and hit your 10 points and getting stopped out. This thing's just... Tough price action so far this morning. Come on, push it. Push it. Dude, I think this thing can go all the way to 421. Come on. I'm looking for 387 to get hit, or 375, something like that area, or 390. Oh, I'm sorry. What's up, man? Oh, you're ES in it? Nice. I was hoping this 5-minute candle would break out for us a little bit more heavier, because I just don't want it to end up pulling back here. Need this 14 to hold up here. God dang it, dude. Come on, stay up there. What a nasty 5-minute candle, dude. This thing's gonna come back and run. Everybody stop that got long here. Come on, buyers, push it. Push it, leave a big old wick. Damn it. Yeah, let's see. We can probably go all the way back down to 282 here. Are you still in your trade there, Go? Come on, buyers, step in. I was really hoping we were going to get the big move up. Can't believe that shit's pulling back here to go through this order block here. Like I said, hourly may pull all the way back to 283. It looks like that's where it's going. Even if this pulls back, we're still going to jump back in this. Waiting to see what happens with this 283 level. That's a 1 hour type of all right, here's that line in the sand. This has to hold for short longs. Nope. Dude, this is pretty wild that this thing is, I would thought that this order block would hold up here. It's a big hourly order block here. So another thing that we can look for here too is this big old bull flag that's setting up here with these 3 5-minute candles. And see if we can't believe that thing pushed all the way up there into that freaking. So now we're just kind of back to sitting on our hands here, guys. Not really anything to do. So we just have to sit here and wait. Oof. Wow. Like I said, guys, I'm waiting for the next 5-minute candle and see if this is going to turn into a little bull flag here on the 5 minutes. And we'll see what happens. If this thing can pop back above those 80s, we will long again. Back above 85. So just gonna have to be patient, wait. 30 seconds left. Gazoo, are you still holding your long, or did you get out of that thing? What's up, Wes? Pretty much a break-even day, man. Let's see. I think we were up over $100 on this account, and we let our runner come all the way back because we were actually long from 90, so we were up 50 points, and basically now we're only up $12. So now we're just kind of back to sitting on our hands. Nice. Well, we're pulling back into this big hourly bearish order block. I didn't know if this area was going to hold. What it is, we would try to hold for the bigger move all the way up to 390. So it kind of cost me. I got 50 points, but I didn't take anything out of it because I was holding for a 100-point move. It was just, I was holding that last micro. I got the first couple contracts, but like I said, my runners where I made all the profit, unfortunately, we didn't take it. I thought we could push up to 400, so I was looking for that 400 to get pushed. I will take another long back above 90. So now we're just kind of back to sitting on our hands. So gave it all back. So it's been like that lately. I feel like I've been taking way too many trades with my funded accounts. It's actually been hurting me lately. I haven't been accepting whatever happens with the first hit. We're at that current day mid. I'm kind of scared to hold this. There we go. All right, that's gonna have to be the last trade that I try that. That was a kind of a short setup we like. Remember, we got the consolidation candle with the fair value gap left behind. That was the third candle breakout type setup. So we won't join that again. We'll leave that be. Waiting for a new candle to print here. All right. All right. Nice. So what was that? Unfortunately, what was that? We're just going to end up 50 bucks because we did. Now, this is a short setup that we talk about taking all the time. I don't know, I know I didn't take it live, but I did take it. Here's your big bearish candle, consolidation candle. The third candle is your trade. So we get this not every day, but most days. We got it twice this morning. Look, bullish candle, left a gap, third consolidation or second consolidation candle. Third candle was breakout. Unfortunately, on this one right here, I did take this, but I gave back all my profit because I got greedy and holding the runner. So that's the only thing that sucked. I'm looking to see what happens when we get to 140 here. There's a lot of consolidation in this period around this 15-minute candle. Twice today. Did you take any of those, Wes? I know you've been looking for those too. Did you take any of those pattern setups on the 5 minutes? I'm not gonna lie. The rest of the day could be straight garbage, guys. We have created bullish and bearish order block on top of each other. I mean, it's gonna get, that might be our only moves of the day. I need to check. I have to take a trade with this one account, my Bewley, because I haven't taken a trade with it since last week. So may have to take like a 1 micro trade here. Let me figure out which one it is again. So it's 30. We were in a sell. Hopefully this doesn't turn into straight chop. What are we got $15 of red on one of our accounts. I'm not sure which one that is. Oh, I think that was an accident trade last night. All right, we're waiting for a new 5-minute candle, guys. We're not going to do anything until this next 5-minute candle. Two minutes left. I mean, this is creating another little bear flag setup on the 5 minutes again. Remember, guys, if you ever see this pattern here, I will take this. Even if it's off stream or wherever, I will take it. Let's point it out here. So basically what it is, you're just looking for very bullish or bearish reaction. You're looking for a consolidation candle, preferably red on a green. I know we didn't get that here, and that's only because this candle closed below this one. My favorite ones is where the candles close and open at the same exact spot with just little wicks on each side. And it kind of makes also a inside bar, 5-minute inside bar trade, or you can look at it like an inside 5-minute trade. And basically once this breaks above it, we pretty much got long because we were long from around the 90 area. We were waiting for us to get above that 87 previous day close, previous day open. That's always a tough target area to hold a trade around. So I wouldn't mind seeing a candle wick up in there. Get a little wick up in here, then come back down and short this. I hate where the entry's at, man. The entry's in a horrible, horrible place. Godly, man, I swear I gotta stay on top of this. Oh, that's the VWAP. The VWAP. Did we get rid of that? Man, look at the retest of that. The hourly candle needs to do away with this order block. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here. A lot of sellers up there. Time is it here? All right, here comes our new 5-minute candle. Don't know if that's a pivot. I'm just not sure if this is going to turn into chop today. That's the only thing we're kind of worried about here. What, 41? There are just so many spots for us to hit up through here, guys. So I feel like every move up is just going to have a pullback, like 10, 15 points. So I think we're hitting a pivot in this area here. No, we're just watching. There's no setup for me. We already had two setups this morning. This was a setup here on the 5 minutes, and this one was also a setup here. This one is okay. It's like a 3-candle setup where you get either a bullish or bearish 5-minute candle with a gap left behind. So here's your big bearish candle, consolidation candle with a gap left behind. Either you're waiting to see if this candle is going to mitigate this gap here, then sell, or once it breaks the low of this candle, we pretty much got short. So we took this move here all the way to 64. This trade over here, unfortunately, I gave back literally all my profits. I was holding for like the 100-point trade. Here's your big bearish bullish candle. Here's your consolidation candle. Here's your breakout candle. And like I said, we were up a little over $100 on a micro, but like I said, we gave it all back. We shorted on the same account, so unfortunately, we only took in about $40 today. $50 on my account, unfortunately. Man, kind of annoying. And that was on funded accounts. So unfortunately, the hourly is setting up for some really crappy price action at the moment. So now we're just kind of sitting on our hands. So that one was last night by accident, but these were what we traded in Asia market last night. This account here, I'm kind of trading off stream, but here's the funded account that we gave back all of our profit on. What it is, I was trying to get this damn thing to pay closest payout as I can. We need $300 basically to get the payout, and that's why I was looking for the bigger move. So I was seeing payout numbers, and it hurt me. Instead of just taking my $100 and moving on. Sitting on the hands. These are some pretty crappy areas to join at, guys. I'm not going to lie. You got so much going on to the top side. Maybe if this creates a little bull flag. I have to take at least a little in and out trade on this Bulanox account because I haven't traded it since last Wednesday. So, and you got to trade Bully accounts every 10 days or something like that. So. Remember, this is just a trade that I have to take a trade on this account. Stop loss is supposed to be here, but like I said, I had to take a trade on that account. I did not have my stop loss where it needed to be. Stop loss had to be at 40, but that was just too much. Did I take it on the right one? Yeah. Watch this thing start pulling back down. I thought I selected. Man, this thing's probably just going to turn into a chop fest today. All right, about to get a new 5-minute candle here. Nice. Wow, what a big move back up here. See what happens with this gap fill in. I may consider it long too if we get back above 83. Remember, price action is going to be pretty tough today because it's a NVIDIA day. Any trade that we take from here out is probably not a setup. I feel like we already had our setup for the day. I feel like today, the rest of the morning is probably just going to turn into like a scalping trade. Kind of want to see this 38 area hold. Looking for 60 to get hit here. Man, why are we struggling to move through this spot here? I see. Like I said, I think this thing's going to be a lot of chop the rest of the day, guys. About to have a new 5-minute candle. And still struggling to make higher on these candles. I'm not really buying the longs until we're back above that 83. For shorts, you want to be back below 40. Just don't think we're going to be able to get up through there. We've been sitting here for quite a minute here. Like, we haven't yet to break the previous high of the candle yet. See what I'm saying? We're making higher lows on these 5-minute candles. Remember, this is NVIDIA day, so well, we did break that candle finally. Now, I definitely like the longs back above 87, 88 area. See, we could come back down right here. We just basically, all we did was fill in that gap. So this was kind of what we were talking about a while ago, where it seems like almost every single move for the push-ups just going to be 20-point pullbacks, 15-point pullbacks. It's going to make it very difficult to chase trades. Cold coffee. Your Aspen's footsteps. I got to keep up with time. Man, what time is it? 10:04? Okay. $10:04? Push it. Remember, for longs, you need to really be back above the 83.80s. We might be able to get a nice little long up there. The hourly candle just printed too, so come on. Got to get above the 80s there. Come on, get on up there. We're hitting the top of that range. What's up, Solo? Going pretty good today. We've had a couple little small losses here and there, but nothing too bad today. We've lost a little bit of profit from holding trades too longs. That's probably been the only down part about today. Holding when I should just be taking profit, but you know how it is. If you don't take profit, like last night I took profit and freaking it went up another 60, 70 points. So it's always kind of a 50-50 chance. See, does this thing just come crashing back down here? No, I won't be home. I have somewhere I have to be today, so I won't be home for the NVIDIA numbers. So it's all good though. Until we get back above that 80 or 90 area, it's just going to be a lot of back and forth price action. Like I said, you need to be back above 80 level or be kind of print above 80 before I would even consider long. I haven't really pulled fib on this to see if this is just going to be making another lower high. I mean, that's a lot of green candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, 9 straight green candles. Going to have a red candle eventually. Be nice if we can get that previous day high up there. Are you trying NVIDIA today, Solo? Are you full porting anything? I think for safe entries, probably back above 80. You can see we're struggling to get through the 80 here. All right. 30 seconds for a new 5-minute candle. Remember, we'll not short into those 40s, guys. Bulinox is not too bad right now, Solo. If you are still allowed to trade with Bulinox, you can be all in for $50 with them right now. They've updated their stuff. Actually, I need to check that real quick. Yeah, 50 to 70. 25K is 50, and I want to say the 50s is 70, maybe 50. I don't know. I don't remember the exact. They updated all their prices. Like I said, dude, with this price action, we're just stuck. Yeah, you'll have to go look at their stuff. They updated their stuff recently. Let's see. I can tell you right now. Oh. So 51 for 25K. Well, never mind. Shoot, that says 96. I thought it was cheaper than that. Let's see what this one says. Oh, it's the one, the momentum. So it's the other one that's 78. Oh yeah, see fast track on it. Oh goodness. Yeah, they got so many. It's almost confusing to me, honestly. They kind of make it confusing to me. Like, what time is it? I gotta probably leave here in a few minutes. All right, pretty close to a new 5-minute candle. Like I said, I think this is just going to turn into garbage price action the rest of the day. Like I said, guys, we got to kind of head out in a few minutes. There's not really a lot for us to do. Remember, this could just chop around all day since NVIDIA numbers are coming up. Super wiki. All right, here comes our new 5-minute candle. Son of a bitch. I thought that was going to continue up to the top side there. All right, guys, that's going to have to do it for me today. I have to be somewhere in an hour. Dude, this thing is just going to go once it pops that here. How's your day been going today, Nick? If I keep trading, we're just going to dig ourselves in a deeper hole on the one eval. So we were trying to pass it. So we still need $500 more to pass it. So that's still not a big deal to get. So I think it's just best to walk away before we start digging ourselves in a deeper hole. I knew price action is going to be pretty crappy today once we got kind of just stuck in between this area. Let me log off that account so we don't get stupid with it. Yeah, there's no way I mess with the shorts. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys tonight. Like I said, if I stay in here, we're just going to be making a mess. So it's best to walk away. Thank you, guys. Hmm.